I already know what it is. I'm not as energetic as I was the other day in the first video I took down. As y'all can see, like my streak ended today. I ended up picking Andy Pages and Shohei Ohtani. Andy Pages went 0 for 3. He had two at bats against Kyle Freeland before Kyle Freeland went out with a blister on his finger, and then ended up went against Kyle Freeland twice, so got flew out the first at bat, I believe. Yep, against Kyle Freeland. Yeah, flew out the first time, and then walked, which is no official at bat, so still 0 for 1. Then struck out. This wasn't against Freeland. This was against I think Jordan Hill. I think the product from LSU. I think that's him. And then Mejia, he struck out in his final at bat. And then I was hoping Pajes was going to get a chance to come up in the ninth or maybe the 10th extra innings, but the Rockies ended up hitting a walk-off. But when I picked Pajes, I wasn't really sure about him. He's like 2 for 3 against Cal Freeland. Yeah, I think his stats was 2 for 3 against Cal Freeland, and then Ohtani, as you can see, came through. He was 4 for 6 against Freeland, but Ohtani, I was very confident in picking Ohtani, but not so Pajes, and maybe my lack of conviction in Pajes led to it, to me, a streak in it today, and I wasn't going to post because, of course, disappointed. As you can see, it was a walk-off hit by Warren Benable. I think Tovar had hit a double Rocky shortstop in the ninth inning. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, just key moments. Let's go down here. So yep. So bottom ninth, Ezekiel Tovar hit a double, and then Warming Benable hit the walk-off single. So that was the end of it right there. And I want to show y'all something real quick too, because the reason why I probably didn't pick Mookie Betts and y'all thinking or Freddie Freeman, right, is this. Hold on one moment. As you can see, Mookie Betts is what, 7 for 39 against Cal Freeland lifetime. He got a hit against him today on a ball that was almost in the dirt. I don't even know how he even hit that. Right, I'm gonna show you that in a moment. So, but lifetime 189 batting average. So that's why it's not just numbers when picking against trying to pick certain hitters. Like if they have great numbers or bad numbers, they can still come through if it's a good player or a bad, or what you can maybe consider a bad player. And then Mookie had dealt with that illness earlier this year before the season, had lost 15 pounds, like a mysterious illness. I'm not sure if they're still looking into that. But he has been struggling all year, and that's why he hasn't really had a good season. And then with Freddie Freeman, basically almost similar to statistics. In 39 at plate appearances, 206 batting average, 7 for 34. I said 7 for 39 with Mookie. It was 7 for 37, but 39 plate appearances. And with Freddie Freeman, 7 for 34 with total 39 plate appearances. Not really much better than Mookie Betts, and he got a hit against him today. So, and I just got to keep at it, man. Just anything, like I said, can happen in baseball, but sometimes just got to get out my own way and not just give everybody an opportunity and a chance, right? Because sometimes bad teams are normally pretty good at the end of the year, playing spoilers. For some reason, they get hot. And if you look at this right here, Strider's been his last 2 or 3 games has not been good. He's going against the White Sox, who have not been having a good season, right? But as I mentioned, so Strider, if you look down here, he gave up 10 hits and 7 runs, man, and only in 3 innings. So if you look at Strider's last couple of games, I know he's still maybe trying to get his flow from coming back from Tommy John surgery. He had Tommy John last year, so he was out the entire season last year. But if you look at his last 3 games against the White Sox, Mets, and in Milwaukee, he gave up 10 hits today, 7 runs. Only struck out 2 against the Mets on the 12th. 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 8 runs earned or earned runs. And then against Milwaukee, 4 and 2/3, 11 hits, 5 runs, 6 strikeouts. So he hasn't been pitching all that well of lately. I'm not sure what's going on with that, because if you just look at his raw numbers, right? Because I know it's more than, like I said, just numbers. So what we got going on in his personal life, was he starting to get fatigued, come back from the Tommy John surgery. But if you just look at just a little basic of his numbers, they were pretty solid. before coming into August. So it's a lot of things considered when making picks, man. Like, and sometimes like it may seem like an obvious, or you think, okay, the guy didn't pick yet today, right? Andy Pies. I'm like, okay, so he'll come through tomorrow, and then pick him tomorrow. Then he actually may get a hit, or he could not get a hit. And so, yeah. And then Trey Turner is like on a 7-game or 8-game hitting streak. He's feeling himself right now. I don't know what's caused for that 21 hits for the Phillies. So my early thoughts for tomorrow, right, is even though Tarek Skubal was pitching, has been, a pretty dominant pitcher. I'm just saying effort, not effort in a way, but Shohei Altuve against lefties. That's what I'm thinking. So one of my picks, I'm very confident Altuve. He's come through for me before, and it's not just the numbers. Looking at him being batting 364, 1 home run and 1 RBI against Tarek Skubal, but just Altuve against lefties, because that's what I'm thinking. Even if he is a good pitcher, Altuve is a good batter and a good hitter and a veteran as well. So that's one of my early thoughts for picks so far, and I gotta think about what I potentially may go with the other double down. So yeah, I wasn't too pleased, as you can see. My streak had ended, and wasn't even thinking about posting, but we're just gonna keep being consistent, even through the failures, even through the disappointments, and yeah, even though through it not being as pleased, So just got to keep at it, just stay positive, and not even hope for the best, but just execute. Just get out your own way, find a way to get through the pain, and then execute, and then while we look up by the end of the season or before the end of the season that I hit on my goal and actually executed. So that would be something I'm really most proud of. With just actually not even just winning it, but it would be fantastic to win this. Win this, as I mentioned, not just the 5.6 million, well, 3 something after taxes. After taxes like 3.1 million. Then or if you take it in annuity payments, but just the opportunities that it brings, the opportunities, connections, so many different opportunities. So. But yeah, this is a little brief video, not that long. So here's like I mentioned, my early thoughts for tomorrow. So it's Altuve so far. They play at 6:40. I know I'll be getting off kind of late, so sometimes that's why these videos be late. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Keep y'all posted. To the next one. Y'all have a great one.